Welcome to Facts for Real videos. In this video you are going to see 15 plus facts will make you the toast of the party. So let's get started. So you hungry but not quite ready to eat? A 3-course meal just yay. Tea, how about some instant noodles instead? Ah, the water's boiled, your tummy's rumbling, but there's a problem. The styrofoam cup's broken and the noodles are exposed. Wait, is that a space at the bottom of the cup? Why, that space is for protecting the noodles. It's not the company trying to save money or anything. Notice how the ramen in cups is hardly ever broken, but the one in the packet comes out looking like a mess. This technique is called a middle suspension. The noodles are packed in tightly to stop them from getting crushed in the delivery truck. It's not just about the noodles looking nice and long, it also helps those tasty noodles soften more easily. Now, morning breath isn't the best. Luckily there's an easy way to get rid of it. Yeah, it would have been easy to think that mouthwash was invented for washing your mouth. Well, mouthwash was originally invented and sold as a floor cleaner. It was sold to hospitals as an antiseptic for years. It never really took off. Some genius in marketing rebranded it as a mouthwash, and the rest is minty fresh history. So after you've cleaned your teeth, just remember rebranding can be pretty powerful. It's hard to imagine a world without the internet these days. No streaming, no online games or pictures of cute little kiddies. Yeah, that's not what it was designed for, but who cares, right? The prototype internet was called our Panhead, or the Advanced Research Project Agency Network. This machine was very sensitive to stop anyone from turning it off. Some clever scientists stuck a piece of paper on it with these powerful words: "This machine is a server, do not power it down." It was written in red ink. Hey, nice touch. Having your professors scribbling in the margins of your notebook isn't exactly new, except that margins weren't designed for that. They're rat protection. Back in the day, rats would nibble on paper all the time, so if you wrote something on the edge of the paper, it ended up inside a hungry rat. A couple of well-placed lines stopped your best answers from getting eaten. Hey, I can't finish this pizza. Time to cover up those leftovers. Luckily, I have plenty of plastic wrap. A little tug and the roll just jumped out. Prison break. If you look at the wraps home, the long thin box, there's a special little feature that can help you. A cardboard tab on each hand, push them in and the roll's not going anywhere. Strange that I've never seen them before. It's lunchtime, I'm feeling like a California roll today. Seaweed, rice, cucumber, avocado, and crab meat. Or is it? It's actually imitation crab meat. It's basically cheap white fish blended with sugar. The fish mixture is then heated and pressed into shape. Yummy. That may be why it's called the hot dog of the sea. Nah, I just made that up. Your microwave has a secret we've all seen but never paid attention to. That black mesh you see on the door is a Faraday cage. It stops the electromagnetic energy or the microwaves from escaping and cooking. You too, that's how it heats up your food so quickly. Every microwave has to have one and they all vary in quality. This Faraday cage can even stop signals from your phone, which I guess is useful. Hey, you don't need your popcorn to stop popping in order to take a call to you. Airplane mode's a bit easier though. Ever taken an IQ test and realized your Einstein level? Smart, me neither. The meeting IQ is only 100 plus. There's very little evidence that Einstein ever even took the test. In the beginning, most people thought the tests were too vague to be helpful in any way. The test was designed for children who needed help with their studies. Later they realized they could be adapted to identify intelligence, but it was never originally designed for that. Hey, never pop bubble wrap, you're missing out, and you guessed it. It was never meant to be popped or used in the way we use it today. It was invented as a new textured wallpaper by sealing 2 shower curtains together. They created the first bubbles. The idea never really took off. Obviously, after failing as wallpaper, it discovered its true meaning in life. It could protect sensitive items. When the first computers are being shipped, bubble wrap was there to help. Imagine a house with bubble wrap wallpaper in every room. Best or worst thing ever? Hey, leave me a comment below if you own one of the biggest companies in the world selling one of the most known products on the planet. How would you keep your company secret? A secret. The formula for Coca-Cola isn't patented. The first recipe was, but when they made changes, no patent ever went through. The secret formula is still only known by a few people at the company. Not only that, but not even Coca-Cola's rival wants the recipe. In 2006, a disgruntled employee tried to sell off the secret, but it didn't work. Hey, take a look at your brand new mattress. Do you see the do not remove under penalty of law tag? Wow, that thing looks pretty serious. Good news though, the tags aren't meant for you. They're aimed at the mattress seller. 100 years ago, mattress makers used to create the filling with basically anything: animal hair, old hospital beds, or clothing. Then strict laws stopped old hospital beds from being used. Their mattresses were filled with germs. Now on a rainy day, Play-Doh is something everyone can make at home. Mash up some flour, water, salt, food coloring, and wham, any creative person is amused. For our cheap, clean, non-toxic, the perfect modeling play. But it was never made for that. This stuff was originally for cleaning up walls in the 1930s. That's because people started going crazy for wallpaper, which you couldn't use soap and water on. Eventually, Play-Doh had to find a new home. Now, have you ever finished a lollipop and noticed a hole in the stick? This hole isn't just for show or to make a musical instrument with after you're done. It's there to keep that tasty sweet treat from falling off while the candy's still hot. It's poured into a mold. As it hardens, the candy flows into the hole and creates an anchor. Oh, not into lollipops. How about good old American gummy bears? Unfortunately, they aren't American at all. They're German. A German company started making them in 1922. The original name was a gummy something something anyway. They got the inspiration from real dancing bears at live shows. These treats eventually made it all the way around the world. Hey, ever wondered what those little bumps were for on the F and J keys on your keyboard? These little raised ridges are to help your index fingers be in the best possible spot for lightning fast typing, keeping those fingers on F, and it makes it way easier to reach all the keys, especially if you don't look at the keyboard. Now everybody loves a Slinky. If you've ever watched one of them strut down the stairs with groovy music in the background, congrats. You're definitely a YouTube fan. People of all ages loved it when it came out, which is crazy, because it was never meant to be a toy at all. It's a spring. It was originally designed to stabilize sensitive nautical devices on ships. Nothing fun about that at all until that amazing day when one of them fell off a table and danced its way into our hearts after many experiments. The new and improved Slinky was born. Give that team a scientist a medal. Sandwich bread is not entirely real bread. Water can boil and freeze at the same time. Bananas are berries that grow in grass. Believe these are not, but let me ask you, did you know water can be wetter than it is in nature? Find out in this video. Bubblegum is usually pink because the first commercial gum made in 1928 was V-like. That pink simply was the only color of the food dye available at the factory. The first chewing gum ever, though, probably appeared about 9,000 years back. People chewed birch bark tar back then for its medicinal properties, for example to fight fever. In fact, at different periods, people used to chew on lots of stuff. For instance, people chewed spruce tree resin, a habit which European settlers later picked up and turned into a commercial thing in the 1840s. If you like this video, please subscribe our channel and don't miss to share with your friends. Thanks for watching.